Fighters, if you are tired of not hitting your goals and underachieving, then this episode of Contractor Fight TV is going to be perfect for you. Let's go. All right, we've all been there. We underachieve. We don't hit our goals. Wake up each and every week, each and every month, and we look at our results that we're getting. We can't figure out why we're not more successful. Today I want to talk to that a little bit here. Just some things I've learned. I got my notes here in front of me. First thing to understand is that our expectations of ourselves will always affect our future performance. Drive that into your brain, right? And too often we sabotage ourselves because our expectations aren't where they should be for ourselves or for others or for situations. So case in point here, we hear a lot in the contracting world is we expect customers to be cheap. Everybody just buys on price. So you see the zip code that somebody's calling you from and you're like, oh, there you go, another tire kicker or whatever it is. So we set these expectations and that's a problem. Or you can't find employees or grow your team because you're like, yeah, you just expect nobody wants to work hard. Now, little time out here. I think we have a serious problem. Let me acknowledge this, the elephant in the room here. We have a serious problem with people wanting to get their asses out of bed and go to fucking work every day and sweat and work hard and stuff. I get that, okay? Totally get that. That is an issue that we have. There are more jobs available in the trades. There's more money to fucking be made in the trades, but people, for whatever reason, they don't want to do it, all right? That aside, if you keep telling yourself there's no good employees out there, then guess what, guys? When we expect things like this, when we expect ourselves to not be good at numbers, when we expect ourselves to not be good at talking about money or not marketing or leading or whatever it might be, or customers to be cheap, the examples I gave, when we expect this stuff and we put it in our head, this crazy thing happens. All around us, we just continue to see more evidence of that. Guys, that's a problem. Because we're literally attracting this shit into our life and it hijacks our performance. It's important that you approach the things that you want to do and have expectations that are optimistic. Because when we're not optimistic, when we expect this bad shit to happen or go south or whatever, then we just simply don't take the actions that we need to take and we don't implement the things that we need to implement that are going to get us to the goals that we have. So hopefully that makes sense. I want to share a story. I read something a while ago in a psychology magazine. This test that the United States Army did many years ago. These guys, these soldiers were assigned to train for 3 days outside in freezing winter temperatures like -18, -20, okay? Pretty damn cold. And they were going to measure soldiers' expectations going into this retreat and how your expectations affected your performance. Were they dreading going into this training or looking forward to it as a chance to prove themselves, right? Two totally different expectations. What the researchers found was that the more the soldiers expected to hate the cold weather training, the more they hated it, the more stressed they were angry, and the worse they did in all the other areas of performance in the 3-day training. On the flip side, the soldiers who expected to do better, took it on as a challenge, were more cheerful, more rested. They performed much better in every task that was asked of them. The whole point of this, our expectations for ourselves influence our future behavior. Self-expectancy and the actions that follow and the results that follow, guys, they are totally up to us. They're totally up to you. They're totally up to me. All right? And so your performance, you performing at a higher level, is 100% within your power. Okay? There's always going to be outside forces. There's always going to be things that make the climb, make the grind, make the journey a little bit tougher. Some unexpected shit. You get a virus that comes, you get an economy that crashes, you get customers that cancel on you for whatever reason. All right? The weather jacks you up, you get sick, who knows, right? Things happen. However, our performance is 100% within our power. So here's my challenge for you guys. Number one, force yourself force yourself. In other videos, I've talked about my daily affirmations and my checklists and the things I do, the habits I create. I force myself, okay, force yourself to expect the very best from you. Don't let yourself off the hook and honor the commitments that you make to yourself. Second thing, don't dwell on the negative. There's always something negative that we can be focused on. And guys, that's not going to get us anywhere, okay, ever. So be solution-oriented. Look for the ways, like these soldiers did that went into this exercise. The one group, they're like, man, this is a great chance to prove myself. So right now, you might be going through a real shitstorm in your business. I remember back in the '08 recession, we took a big hit in business. And you know what it taught me? I remember saying to myself, all right, this really sucks, but maybe this is the best thing that can happen to me as a leader and a business owner. And what I did is I flipped the script in my mind. I flipped the narrative and I said, okay, now I get to figure out how to market without any money. And that's gone on to help tens of thousands of people since then because of the work I'm doing here in the fight, because I chose to flip the narrative in my own head and view the perceived bad thing as a good thing. Third thing here, when you get knocked off track, when you have a bad day, it's not final. It doesn't define you. Get up, dust yourself off, readjust your sights, and move forward, okay? Yes, you can expect a lot from yourself. You should expect a lot for yourself. But you and I are humans. We're going to drop the ball. We're going to have a bad day. We're going to have a bad week, month, whatever it might be. But there's the sun. The beautiful thing about our universe, guys, is the sun comes up every day. Even if it's behind the clouds, it's fucking there and it's a new day. So if you're in that stage right now where you got knocked off track, just get the fuck up, all right? And implement the things that you know to implement. Guys, when you raise your self-expectancy, your performance is going to rise with it 100% of the time. I super appreciate you guys. Make sure you grab our fight planner to help you guide your actions and your thoughts at thecontractorfight.com/plan. You guys rock. I got to roll. We'll see you next time.